Hello. So I've been to oh my god, here comes a plane. I've been to the Hobby Airport in South Houston and also the IAH Airport in North Houston, and the South Houston Airport is it's kind of not really a neighborhood that people spend any time in. It's kind of like, oh, I got to Houston and now I'm going to Houston. Like, there's a lot of cheap housing there. I mean, it's probably the cheapest part of Houston for sure. I was kind of shocked to see like a feral dog. Like, people, like, I guess they don't really have animal control really, and so like there's just these, every time I see a feral dog, like they have like a broken leg, like they can only walk on 3 legs, and they don't like people. They're just like, you say something, like and they're like, does he have food? No, I'm running away. It's funny. And then I was at Walmart and there were these 2 feral dogs. Here comes another plane. And there was an abandoned couch with no cushions, and both dogs were sitting on the couch. And when I was walking by, they started barking at me, like, you're getting too close. And they started barking at me. It's funny. And then camping's illegal in Texas, but this woman, she had like a big tarp and like all these like those pallets. So she put all these pallets like around the tarp, around, like, she had like one of those tents that people like selling cell phones, like that covers your above you, and then she had like all these pallets around that tent, and then she put a tarp over the tent, right? So she put a tarp over the tent, over the pallets, so it's like she made this little tent out of, and she had a dog, and like the dog started barking and came up to me, and then I just walked away and he walked away from me. Yeah. So, but the IAH airport neighborhood is pretty decent. There's a lot of hotels, and there's nice areas nearby, and but I hate taking the bus in Houston. It's just the system isn't good enough, and it's just like, Houston is a really boring city. Like, everybody's like, oh, what do you do in Houston? It's like, well, there's a million restaurants. It's like, it's all about food trucks and restaurants. But it's nothing like, they say Houston's a big city. It's one of the biggest cities in the country. It doesn't feel that way at all. Like, New York City feels like, compared to Houston, New York City feels like 10 cities compared to Houston. Houston is just one big sprawling, like, it's just a bunch of sprawling nothing. Like, it's so boring. But it's not as bad as Florida. Like, Florida is the most superficial place in the world. It's just shopping malls, so and condominiums.